Agreed. Always learning fool. Tim, how to think about Peloton's product growth versus subscription growth longer term after the pandemic is over. How do I think about it? I think connected fitness subscriptions is still the key metric here. I don't think the pandemic changes that always learning fool. We want that. That is the driver of this business. Can Peloton put people on bikes, on treadmills, on other equipment, and keep them engaged with that equipment? If they do, the business will continue to grow, and it'll continue to grow at a healthy clip. That's the driver of the business. And here's the thing that Peloton does not talk about, but I've seen this multiple times, and maybe you have too. There's at least one fool I know, Brian, who has bought a used Peloton bike, signed up the subscription, didn't buy the bike, straight up off of Peloton, bought it as a used bike, but then got his Peloton subscription and is now paying the subscription and riding the bike. He's got a Peloton bike, but he didn't pay for. Now, Peloton counts that as a connected. I think. I don't see why they wouldn't.
He's going to pay the $40, unless he just paid the $12.99 and then he doesn't get all the features.
Right. So he didn't have to pay for the freight on the bike, but he is paying a connected fitness subscription. He is a connected fitness subscriber. And so the useful life of a Peloton bike is longer than the subscription duration of the original owner. That's a little bit mind-blowing, but it's true. That's why that churn rate can be low. It could be like that bike could change hands, say like 3 times, but still earn a connected fitness subscription, which is kind of awesome if you are Peloton, because you've built the bike one time and now you're still getting long-term returns on your investment in building and delivering that product. Now, it's not always going to be the case, but just think about that for a second here. So connected fitness subscriptions really is going to be the thing that you think about. That's what you want to see. If there's a dramatic drop off in connected fitness subscriptions, post-pandemic, okay, I will be concerned. I will expect some slowing growth rates on connected fitness subscriptions at some point. Law of large numbers with or without the pandemic. But that's the metric I'm going to keep watching here.
So let me play out another scenario here,
sure.
Tim. Some people are afraid that this thing's going to become a place to hang your wet towels and stuff, after a few months. But the cool thing is Peloton has your information and they can go, hey, you haven't worked out in a couple of months, what's up? And they could have, I don't want it anymore. I injured myself. They could have a couple things where all you'd have to do is click, right? And they could also get into the, if the person then canceled their subscription, I'm sure they go, well, would you, like another year at 30% off or whatever? Or at that point, and they have to get the Pre-Core thing up and going, but they could be in the refurb business. They could totally buy that bike back. Now they have a domestic shop that they could bring the thing back and then sell. And this is probably a few years down the road. But rather than having stuff on Craigslist moving around, they could get into it. And then you could buy a refurb bike for 80% or 70% of a new thing. And then they can continue, because the last thing they want is this thing collecting dust, right?
Right.
So I think there's plenty of opportunity for them because they're a direct-to-consumer company. They have all this data, and they'll be able to take advantage of that over time.